Last year, Red Bull put on the world's first multi-pitch climbing competition, where world-class athletes race up two identical routes up this 180-meter dam. But while the climbing was spectacular to watch, the most impressive thing to me was the route itself. It was beautiful and creative and just monumental feeling. And it got me wondering, who are the people behind this route, and how do they even go about installing it? Well, this year I was given permission to go behind the scenes for a day and follow this elite team of route setters as they create their brand new route for this year's Dual Ascent competition. I'll get to ask them all sorts of questions I've been wondering, and we'll even get to try out one of the pitch prototypes for myself. Good morning. I'm tired. The dam is located here in beautiful Ticino, Switzerland. This morning I had breakfast with the most gorgeous view, and now it's time to head up to the dam. As you're driving up this steep winding road that goes up the Verzasca Valley, you start getting glimpses of this massive concrete wall. And the first time you really get a good glimpse of it, it takes your breath away.
Hey, Kelly, how's it going?
Yeah, all right.
Hey, nice bike, dude.
Oh, the bird, huh?
Heli Putz is the main event organizer. He is an experienced mountain guide and is actually the person who ideated and installed that iconic stairway to heaven in the Austrian Alps.
How about crack this year?
It's there.
It'll be there?
We have the holes.
I don't see it yet.
I was trying the best for have more moves with cracks because I'm a crack climber.
Yeah. Hey, Simon. Hey, nice to meet you. Same. Yeah.
The head route setters are husband and wife team Simone and Katja. Not only did Simone and Katja set the route at last year's event, but they also set a climbing route up this 360-meter chimney in Slovenia, making it the world's tallest artificial climbing route. So when it comes to high-angle route setting on insane concrete structures, these two are pretty much the best in the world.
This year we decided to start with route setting a little bit later because last year in August was like in the oven. This year we postponed for 1 month, so we have to do the same amount of work in shorter amount of time.
Route setting it's a very complex thing. If it only looks good, it's not okay. If it looks good and if it doesn't look good, but it's a nice climb, it doesn't work as well. So it needs to be challenging for the climbers and something cool to watch and so on. So sometimes I feel like things we are trying to do are like contradictory to each other, and we try to find some balance between these things.
Before I knew it, we were heading onto the dam. One of the first things you might be wondering is how they actually move on the wall. It would be insanity to just dangle from their harnesses all day long, so they have built this long, skinny rig that they call the bucket. The rig is pretty narrow, and to pass people, you kind of have to awkwardly scooch by them. The rig is long enough to set both routes at the same time, so it only needs to move up and down and not side to side. Motors on each side move up and down fixed cables, but the upper half of the dam is so overhanging that the cables need to be fixed and pulled in by hooks, or else the rig would just be dangling in open space.
I'm gonna go set the last pitch, the start of the last pitch.
And now it was time to start putting holds on the wall. And what you might be wondering, or at least I was, is how they make sure that the two routes are identical. Each hold has to be identical in position and orientation on the two routes. That way one team doesn't have any advantage over the other. Well, to do that, they use this massive leveler when they drill each and every hold. So left side drills in a hold, then they use the leveler to draw a straight line across and place the same hold in the same position on the right side.
So do you guys use the leveler for pretty much every hold?
Yep.
Yeah.
and then it's rinse, wash, repeat.
Every single hold.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Every single hold. And then some pitches are identical, so the moves are the same for each team, right hand, left hand, and then they also are mirrored. So then, let's say the original route goes to the left, the other route will go to the right, so they have this really beautiful symmetry.
So some pitches are the same, some pitches are mirrored. This
Yeah.
one is mirrored?
This one is mirrored.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think what surprised me the most was how much time it took to place each hold, especially the big ones. They would sometimes spend 20, 30 minutes on a single hold, which when considering how many holds are on the entire route, puts into perspective how much time and effort goes into making this route. And there is so much drilling. All in all, I think they drilled over 12,000 holes into the dam.
When planning the setting or just thinking about it, we thought we would like to make it slightly easier maybe, but more than easier, faster. So we would like to see them just really running up the wall in some sections and then give them some challenging cruxes here and there.
We have some ideas, some very, very rough sketches in our heads before, but the very final decision is always taken on site.
Like I ask myself, if I want to climb this, then it's already a good step. Then I need to think about who I'm setting for and what is the main objective. Forget about the pressure and have fun while doing it, because this way you feel free and you can create, you can be creative.
Next, it was time to test out the red pitch, graded 7B or 512B for us Americans.
Okay. I never tried this.
First time trying this.
First time climbing on the dam this year.
So when you're climbing the route as a route setter, what's going through your head?
About the moves, how they feel, if it's too easy, too hard, or if it works the way we want it to. It's not about me climbing it, but to test it and make it better.
Do you anticipate having some things to change, or is it kind of rare that you have to change something once it's set?
Normally we need to make it easier. That's why I'm scared.
The issue is that you usually make it too hard at the beginning.
But maybe we learned something this year.
Okay.
We will see.
The hard part that Katya specifically wanted to try out was this sideways jump move. After a few tries, she managed to get it and make it look really smooth too. Then they asked if I wanted to try it out, which of course I wanted to. The first section felt pretty flowy, nothing too strenuous. I think this is one of those sections that the route setters intend for the athletes to move pretty quickly on. But as you can tell, I'm certainly not trying to set any speed records here, just taking my sweet time. Then I got to the sideways jump section. At first, I actually thought I might be tall enough to just reach across and static it. Should have just jumped for it. And while I may not be as graceful a climber as Katya, I will certainly make up for it with my willingness to huck my body sideways hundreds of feet off the ground. Let's go. How was it, man? Dude, that was really fun. That was so fun. Yeah, what is it you would say you love most about being a route setter?
The pain and suffering and sacrificing my personal climbing.
Yeah, you love that?
No, I think what I really love is just like the suffering together with other route setters and having fun in that shit show or whatever you want to call it, in that suffering. And yeah, I do it because I love climbing, I love movement, I love being creative, I love being physical. And you know, what's that quote? I think it's Bukowski, find what you love and let it kill you. I think I found what I love.
Thank you so much, Katya and Simone and the whole route setting team for letting me join in for the day. After today, I have so much respect for all of their hard work that goes into making this spectacular event happen. By the way, if you want to watch the event this year, it will be live on Red Bull TV November 4th. I'll be there again, and I can't wait to see this finished route in action. Thanks for watching.